Hi guys, welcome to another episode of MSc Diaries. This one's a little late. Why is it late? It is late because I had writer's block and I didn't have anything to say. Sorry, my arms are hurting. What did I want to update you on? I wanted to say that I applied for extenuating circumstances, so I got an extension on my dissertation. I think I wasn't clear last time whether or not I would have an extension and what that would mean for this series. As I have an extension, the series is continuing, but in reality, it is Wednesday. So the series, I can't think straight. But basically, there's about 3 episodes, including this one. And then the series will be done because I would have submitted my dissertation. Where am I in my dissertation? Data cleaning is finished. I haven't finished. I feel really warm for some reason right now. I think I'm dehydrated. Data cleaning. I cleaned my data. That's done. However, I have an opening page. There's the yawn. I have an opening page to explain kind of what the columns are from the original data set, why I kept it or why I deleted it. I need to finish that, so I actually need to go back and... The thing is, I need to go back and do it, but I'm also kind of like... I don't want to go back and do it because I want to get the big stuff out the way, and the big stuff is like the programming aspect. So I did my data cleaning, I did my linear regression, and the choosing which model would best support what I'm trying to create. So I did that. It took me like 11 hours, and a lot of it was troubleshooting. I say it took me 11 hours, but in ADD time, 11 hours is actually like 4 hours of actually doing, and then the other 7 hours are me being distracted or lost in time. So I've got that. I've done the linear regression, the model selection, and now I need to move on to the second stage, which is actually coding what I want the app to do. And I realized this morning that in actuality, I've got the first part down, but I need to simultaneously be working on the third part, which is you put the information in, it shoots back a response, but with that response, it's also supposed to give you something else. The thing is, I'm not quite sure, and I haven't had any meetings with my supervisor, and I haven't actually chased him for any meetings because I don't want to talk to him. I feel like he applies unnecessary pressure that I don't have the patience for right now. Also, like, had a really crap day at work. And I say crap day at work. I don't even want to say argument. It wasn't an argument. It was just somebody being purposefully dense. And it's not the first time this person has done it. And this person makes it hard for me to do my job, because it is apparent that this person, to me anyway, it's apparent that this person doesn't like me questioning them. The problem is, I'm an assurance manager. It's my job to question. And it's not that I'm questioning you specifically. It's my job to question why something hasn't been done, or why I can't find something, or why this doesn't match up with what we have. That is literally my job. That's literally why I was hired. I was hired to audit. So I am auditing. So if me, an auditor, is asking you this information, like, can you check that this is correct? And if it's not correct, can you please correct it? Why are you arguing with me? Because if you'd done it correctly the first time, I wouldn't have to ask you to correct it. Anyway. So, yeah. Anyway. So, I am working on stage 2 and stage 3 programming. What I need to figure out is how I'm going to present stage 2 and stage 3. The thing is, I don't know if I have enough time to... I say I don't know if I have enough time. I do have enough time. What I'm anxious about is that basically I need to... Whilst doing all of this, I need to do a presentation, which I haven't done. So... I need to do my coding, my presentation, and I need to write my report. I still only have 330 words in my introduction, and I haven't added to it. But for my literature review, I've been collecting articles and stuff. And like yesterday, I was just like, oh, I don't want to include this in my code because... Or I don't want to ask this question because ultimately this is racist and I want to move away. Not racist, it's sexist. And ultimately I want to move away from the sexist ideals. Sexist ideals? I can say sexist ideals. I want to move away from sexist ideals within medicine, particularly... sexist ideals towards gynecological health. So like, for example, things that come into play in medicine especially, and regarding women especially, is BMI. BMI was not created with women in mind. It was actually created using men, white middle-aged men in particular. So to then use that and apply it blanketly, especially on women, it just doesn't make sense. Because yes, I will always be listed as obese on the BMI scale. Even at my skinniest, I was still obese. And my skinniest was skinny. So it just doesn't make sense. Like, for my height, it's just like, yeah, you're obese. But obese is literally like, I have breasts and I have thighs and I have bum. So I want to move away from having to include that. Even though I guess everything includes it. And I don't want to include it because I know that this is incorrect. So I'm trying to change something. So yeah, I've got an article on that. I'm going to add it into my literature review. I think my introduction is actually leaning more towards my literature review. So I'm going to have to go back in and change my introduction. But on the plus side, I've written my acknowledgements. I wrote my acknowledgements yesterday, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really, really proud of my acknowledgements. Yeah, I'm really, really proud of my acknowledgements. So I'm going to go make dinner, and then once I make dinner, obviously I'm going to eat dinner, and then once I eat dinner, I go and do step 2 and step 3 of coding. And once I've completed step 2 and step 3, I'm debating on how to present my code, because what I was originally going to do was have it like a website, not an actual app. I don't want to do it as an app. Yeah, because I was just like, if I can just do the website and then like have it as HTML. But then what I also need to consider is that I need to do my ERD diagram, and then that includes creating the background information for what I want to pull, the information that I want to pull for stage 3 of coding, if that makes sense. So I've completed stage 1. which was the data cleaning and the model selection. Stage 2 is the user interaction to spit out the information. And stage 3 is taking the user interaction and the additional information to spit that back out at the user. So I need to do stage 2 and stage 3. Part of stage 3 is I need to create the database of information. And now I'm thinking about it, I'm getting anxious because I'm like, I don't have enough time. But also at the same time, I do have enough time because I have no choice. So I'm going to do it. But I'm like, oh, maybe an extra week would be beneficial. But then also ADD brain, I do my best work under pressure. So I don't need an extension, actually. It's going to be late nights. It's going to be 3 a.m. bedtimes and waking up at 9 and logging in straight for work like I did for my group project. I think that's where I'm at. I've been feeling a little down lately. I'm tired as well. I've been feeling a little down, but I've joined the gym and I've been going to the gym to kind of help with the endorphin release, because believe it or not, regardless of what they say, doing exercising releases endorphins, and endorphins improves my mood. And I hate to admit that. I say I hate to admit that. In actuality, it's because I'm not running, and I'm not running because I can't run because knee injury. But in reality, like, running is, for me, was the best endorphin release. It brought me so much joy. Also, I feel like not being at my brother's is upsetting, because I would like ride. My brother borrowed a bike for me, and I'd ride it to look at the ships passing by, and I don't have that in London, so I'm not waking up early to just sit in quietness and just take the ships in. All I have is the neighbour's cat, and it's raining at the moment, so they're not out. Anyway, this has been fun. I'm gonna go because time's ticking, and I'm making a conscious effort to go to bed earlier, and that means not going to bed at 4 a.m. I think last night I fell asleep at like 1 a.m, which is a huge improvement for me. I'm trying to get back to the stage of going to bed at like 10 p.m. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we can hope, we can dream. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I just wanted to update you. So hopefully on Friday, because today's not Friday, so hopefully my next video will be confirming the completion of stage 2 and at least working on stage 3. I should write this down, because if I don't write it down, I'm gonna forget. So next steps: stage 2 coding, user interaction, stage 3 coding, pulling information from database, and exercise. I would show you what I wrote, but if I did, that would give away what I'm working on, and as this is going up quite shortly, I don't want to do that. So it's on the post-it note so I don't forget, because the joys of having ADD means that as soon as I say something, it comes out my mouth. I forgot what I've said, so it needs to be written down. Oh, post it for something else. Anyway, this has been fun. This has been great. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.